Buonasera a tutti. È passata un'altra settimana e ho preparato un video con i miei progressi nell'apprendimento dell'italiano. I have no idea if I've used the correct grammar or if I've pronounced it correctly because I used Google Translate to come up with a sentence, but you got the idea that another week has passed and I've prepared a video with my progress in learning Italian. And I think that I start liking the way that I sound when I speak Italian. I know many adult students, they tell me, oh, I really don't like how I sound when I speak English. And I just tell them, you just have to you just tell yourself that, oh, I like the way that I sound in your target language, in English, or in my case, in Italian. And I just read in Italian whatever I can. I just read aloud and I tell myself, oh, I sound nice in Italian. Doesn't matter that I make mistakes. I like the sound of my voice speaking Italian. As you remember, last week I said that I'd go to an Italian restaurant as a reward for me finishing A2 language test. And I went and it was amazing. It was great because the menu was in Italian and I felt that I didn't need the translation. And it was a wonderful feeling. Now on to learning. Last week I said that I'd be looking into A2 test online to see if I really have this A2 level. And I found out that they have these tests. They're similar to Cambridge and they're called DELI and they start from A2 level and go all the way to C2. In the description, I will put the link where you can see all the tests and they have even a level test that you can pass and then examples for tests of different levels. If you're learning Italian and want to test your level or to see if you really pass the level that your learning program tells you, I suggest you do it. Because it took me about 30 minutes to do the reading part and listening part. And it was a great experience. The reading part has reading comprehension and some grammar questions and verb transformations. It has 30 questions and I got 23 out of 30 correct. I actually passed because they said that it needs to be at least 60% and 23 out of 30 is 78. They also have free listening tests with 25 questions with different dialogues, or they give you a phrase and you need to choose the answer. And I also did it, and here I got actually 22 out of 25, which is a very good result according to their scale. Doing these tests really showed me where I need to work on. For example, all of my mistakes at reading and writing were at the past. I didn't really learn how to form the past tenses. I'm okay at the present tenses, but at the past, I still need to work on. Overall, I'm very pleased that I did it and I actually got it. There was also a speaking part, which obviously I didn't do it because I couldn't do it. But I think I wouldn't have done very well if I had done it, because which is normal, because your passive vocabulary is always bigger than your active vocabulary. But I just saw what are the requirements for the speaking test and I'll be working on those. Another thing that this test showed me is that I need to have more compassion on my students. As teachers, we can't really unlearn the language that we already know. So for us, all the exercises that we teach, they seem very easy. And we expect our students to remember everything, but it's not always the case. Nobody can remember all the words and expressions just by hearing them or reading them once or twice. Also, it put me into situations when I was reading something and understanding maybe 60% of the text, and the other 40% I had to figure out and get the whole meaning and answer the questions based on the whole meaning, not understanding every single word. I was also faced with a situation where I didn't understand the question. Absolutely, totally nothing. I didn't know any of the words. And I felt very stressed. I felt very frustrated that I didn't understand it and I'm supposed to answer something that I have no idea. So, of course, I just guessed the answer and it was wrong. But now I know how my students feel when they're in the same situations. As far as my other learning, I continued with Busu at the B1 level and it's going well. I'm studying and I feel I'm making progress. So I'd like to stop here by saying that my suggestion is to all language teachers to have this experience of learning another language periodically. I think I'll be doing it from time to time. To start a new language, to feel how your students feel and enjoy the new experience of learning. That's all for today. Have a wonderful week. Bye!